One of the situations that immigrant youth face in North Carolina is the issue of tuition equity, as we call it. An issue where, despite growing up in North Carolina and despite graduating from high school in North Carolina, face 3 to 4 times the cost to go to college, either a community college or a 4-year institution, because they have to pay the out-of-state rate. And so as their peers are taking the SAT and applying to college, they come to the realization, usually through a conversation with their counselor or a teacher or maybe even their family, that they don't have the residency status required to get the in-state tuition. And so when high school usually starts with you planning your future and thinking about perhaps what institution you want to go to, these students all of a sudden have their dreams really redirected to think about, well, those opportunities may actually be closed off to me. That it's truly a moral and economic imperative for the state. When I think about the family, that young person who was on the pathway to college now all of a sudden has to think about what their life may look like without post-secondary education, may end up in a minimum wage job or a lower paying job that doesn't allow them to support their family the way they want to, right? These folks still end up living and growing up in North Carolina. They have kids, they have families, and so you begin to face questions of intergenerational poverty and opportunity. As a legislator, I have filed a bill to make sure we level the playing field for immigrant youth. So if they go to high school, get their diploma, get their GED, they'd qualify for in-state tuition like anybody else to be able to go to a 2-year community college or a 4-year university. The issue of tuition equity isn't just an issue that impacts immigrant families in North Carolina. I speak to business leaders across the state, I speak to community college presidents, and all of them see how this impacts the communities on the ground. And so when we talk about a future workforce in North Carolina, when we think about who's gonna step up and contribute to our communities, that includes these DACA youth that are just looking for the same chance as everyone else.